Reminder to use discretionary funds you can afford to lose, and please take risks seriously. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble if you're not disciplined in playing futures. The margins will, especially if you're trading on margin. So use risk capital you can afford to lose. So we've been talking about this downtrend line that certainly we can spot from higher highs. We had said that really yesterday. If you noted, your 36 and your 32, so average idea about 34 up there. And we've been making lower highs, but we have not been making lower lows really. We've been holding pretty firm at the lows there at the 08. And in terms of RTH, and we can kind of see how this funnel is really focusing this bigger triangle and pointing us towards the middle of it here for now. And that was the zone we said could be they try for doji day. So far, nothing has changed my opinion about that. And day's not over. But certainly that idea has played out that let's think about a doji day. And that's why we tried to think about where support should come in and where resistance should come in. So at least up until now, until the last hour and a half, couple hours, and that idea has played out pretty well. And then we'll adapt to new information as it comes out. So the angel is set, the demon is set, and you got to break those ideas before anything else happens. And I've seen crazy moves in the last half hour of a day. I've seen 30-point moves in the last half hour of a day. And that was when the market was half of this value. So anything can go in the markets. And you have to be prepared to go sideline, and especially if you get confused, and figure out if and when you want to re-enter and where. So that's what I'm seeing right now in this type of a pattern. Fairly clear that, and these historically, especially on a bigger pattern, they don't play out well in terms of a easy big move. You know, you look to see a descending triangle, some kind of a wedge, and the longer you go out to the point, the less power that formation has. And then you square it off and say, okay, it's a rectangle. But that's what I see right now. And we talked about this chart, how important this chart is. It's a bigger frame, and look how clearly this 08 is held. Said if that breaks, then we open the door to the next level below it. But for now, that's holding, and also the upper level here at 34 is holding. That's just the way this thing should react. That's the beauty of this system, because these are one notch out away from the core. And we can clearly see how that idea is held on the upside and on the downside. So that makes the middle of that zone the fighting area, right where we said it should be. And this equator is what really has to get resolved in a trade that has follow through. And so far, no, it's a range type trade. So bottoms and lower highs. So that's a flat bottom, and we don't have enough time in this big swing to determine. Next week, we'll get more information as to whether we can come lower in a descending triangle, come out the bottom or not. And as long as this 08 is intact, that's support. So you try to buy support and hope that it works. And obviously we get near this big 2930 that we have suggested was a big pivot target. And we got up above it, but have not really been able to stay up above it. If you look at it from this perspective, had this ridiculous day, boom, and then the pullback, and we've not been able to come back and hold above that area. We've had excursions above it, but nothing that would hold up there. So from a bigger perspective, that tells me that we may be looking to pull back a little bit. We shall see. Hope this helps.